Hey everybody, welcome back to Kat's Kitchen. Thank you so much for joining us again. Today we have a recipe for you, a few different recipes for chicken marinades. So I bought some chicken in bulk here, and instead of having, the same taste and flavor over and over again, what we're gonna do is separate these, divide each pack into two sections and portions, and then we're just going to do 4 different marinades. So the one marinade we're gonna do is a Greek lemon chicken. I'm reading off my, I have my recipes in the back. The first one is gonna be a Greek lemon chicken marinade, and then we're gonna do a teriyaki. The teriyaki I was going to make, but I looked in my cupboard and I noticed I had this one, so I may very well just use this one for the teriyaki. And then I'm also gonna make a fajita one, and for the 4th one I haven't decided yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I decide on what that 4th one is going to be. And these, all of these recipes are from downshiftology.com. She also has a YouTube channel. She's very, very good. I would advise you to go over and check her out. She's a lot of good advice, and yeah, I mean, she puts out great content, so definitely kudos to her. So I will just make sure that the website and the recipes are in the description box below, so you can go to her website and check it out. So yeah, so first off, what I'm gonna do here is I just have my stainless steel bowl here. We're gonna start with our Greek lemon chicken marinade. Alrighty. And we're gonna start off with some olive oil. Like I said, measurements and everything will be in the description box below for you. Or at the very minimum, I'll link the website recipe for you guys. So we have our olive oil. Next we need some garlic. Okay. Next we need a little Dijon mustard. Then we need some lemon juice. If you have real lemons, feel free to use that. I currently don't have that right now. Then for our seasonings, we're going to do salt, pepper, oregano, and thyme. I don't have oregano and thyme separately. However, I do have Italian seasoning mix, so I'm just going to use that because the same seasonings are in here as well. We'll get a little extra parsley and basil in it as well, but that's okay. These flavors all go together, so it'll be just fine. The nice thing about a marinade is it helps soften up your meat and break it down a little bit so that it's a lot more tender. And also, we're doing all the seasoning right now so that when we go to cook it, we just take it out of the bag or the bowl and it's already seasoned. It's tender from the marinade and it's ready to go. It's kind of like, it's really nice for if you're gonna do freezer meals too, which is what I'm gonna do with some of this, is I'm gonna freeze some of this chicken I have. And instead of just sitting in a freezer bag, I want it to have a marinade on it so that whenever I take it out, I can drop it right in my pan and go. Or bake it, depending on what you're doing with it. So we're gonna take a little sample of this. That's very good. One thing I am going to add to this is a little bit of white wine. Give this a nice good mix. And we are ready to go then with our first marinade. So I'm just going to open up my packs of chicken that I have over here. I have chicken leg quarters, and some chicken drumsticks. So I'm gonna divide this into two and as well as this into two. And we're gonna, like I said, mix up 4 different marinades for these. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm just gonna grab a bag, put my chicken in my Ziploc bag, pour my marinade in, and then it's good to go. Alrighty guys, so I have my bag with my 2 chicken quarters in there, and I've mixed up our first marinade. I'm just gonna pour that into our bag. And I'm just gonna take a little spatula and clean the sides. Make sure we get all the goodness. And we can zip this up and move it around, and this one is ready to go. This is going to be one of the ones that we freeze. So I'm going to label this and date it. And I'm just going to label it our Greek lemon chicken marinade. So you could even do lemon chicken. And then we'll do today's date, 7/7/22. Okay, this one's all ready. I know I said I was gonna do 4 different marinades, but after calculating the chicken that I have and the amount that we need for lunch, for Mark's lunches this week, I found out that if I give him 2 drumsticks every day, he's gonna need 10 for the week, Monday through Friday, because Saturdays he has lunch at home. So I basically need to, I can take 2 out for tomorrow, and then for next week, I'll leave 10 in here with the marinade. I'll just pull these out of the freezer probably Saturday night, let them thaw in the fridge, and then I'll cook these off Sunday night. That way they'll be ready for them all week. This one I am going to use the pre-made teriyaki sauce that we currently had in the cupboard, just due to time's sake. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of this stuff on hand. And I'm just going to pour it in our bag with our chicken, just until it looks like it's all coated. There are 12 drumsticks in here. That was 1 whole pack at Aldi's. So like I said, he'll have 2 tomorrow for lunch, which is Friday, and then the rest I'll cook off for him Sunday night for next week. And that'll be all of his lunches. So for a whole pack of drumsticks, I'm using a whole bottle of teriyaki on this, just to make sure they're well coated. So now I'm just gonna get the air out of them, and I'm gonna give it a good mix. And since I am gonna be cooking 2 of these drumsticks tonight for tomorrow's lunch for him, I am gonna leave it in the bag in the refrigerator for at least, you at least want to marinate them for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes to about 8 hours. The longer you marinate your chicken, or any protein for that matter, the better tasting it's going to be. Okay, we'll label that. We're going to date. Perfect. So that one is ready to go. Okay, so our next marinade and our last one is going to be a chicken fajita marinade. All right, so we're going to start off with some olive oil. It calls for lime, however, I don't have lime, so I'm just going to substitute some lemon juice. And we'll need some garlic. Okay, next are our seasonings. Salt, pepper, cumin, paprika, and chili powder. You can also gauge how much protein you have based on how much marinade you're gonna need and seasoning and whatnot. This marinade is gonna go on our last of our 2/4 legs. So we don't need a ton of marinade. And this is what we're gonna be having for dinner tonight and for tomorrow night. I try to make a little bit, whenever I do cook, I try to make at least another, for at least another meal. At least, I'd like to get either 2 to 3 meals out of one dinner, because it really helps save time and resources. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little taste. Tasting pretty good. Add a little bit more cumin. A little bit more chili powder and paprika. And then a little bit more garlic. Just a splash more of your lemon or lime, whatever you have. And then since we're gonna be cooking this tonight, I won't need to waste a bag on this marinade. I'll just pop our chicken right in our bowl with some cellophane over top. And then we'll let this sit in the fridge until we're ready to cook with it. So just get it all nice and incorporated. Okay. And then we're gonna grab our other one and just do the same thing. Make sure you coat both sides. And as long as it is submerged, you are good to go. So we're gonna wrap some cellophane on this, and then we'll be back to cook with this later on for tonight. Alrighty guys, so we are back here now with our fajita marinated chicken, and it's been marinating for about an hour and a half in the refrigerator. So like I said, we just want to at least marinate it for 30 minutes minimum, and the longer the better. So, but now it's dinner time, so I'm going to show you how we're going to make this happen here. I have my cast iron skillet with some avocado oil. It's heating up, and I'm just have some tongs right here. And I'm just giving the chicken another spin in this marinade before I drop it in the pan. And then we're going to sear this off, skin side down first. We're going to save the rest of this marinade. Right now, what we're trying to do is get a really nice color on the skin all the way around on this side and on the other side. And then we're going to pour the rest of our marinade over it and then bake it the rest of the way in our oven. So we want to cook this on high. Get a real nice sear. Give it a little push down so it can get nice even sear on it. And then to serve alongside of this, I'm just going to serve it with some rice and vegetables. We might make this into a fajita wrap, I'm not sure. I have onions, but I don't have any peppers at the moment. But you don't necessarily need the peppers, it just definitely goes with it. So yeah. So I'm going to sear all this off, guys, and I will see you guys back here whenever it's all done. As you can see, it doesn't take that long to sear off. And cook time in the oven is probably going to be about 30 minutes. Chicken seared on both sides. That only took about 4 minutes. About 2 minutes on each side. Then pour the rest of our marinade over top. I drained off the grease. And I'm going to pop this in the oven for 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. You can tell by the way you push on top. I'll be flipping these over to see your chicken is done. Product. So our chicken came out beautiful. It only took about a half hour to bake in our oven at 350. So I have one for Mark and I. And then I was also able to make him lunch for tomorrow. 2 of the teriyaki drumsticks with some leftover rice and broccoli. So I hope you guys like this kind of video. I'm going to try to do more meal prepping for lunch and dinners, and possibly even breakfast as well. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.